What is up, guys? I'm out here in the garage today, having a cigar. Oh yeah, and I'm out here in the garage having a cigar. I figured I'd kind of bring a talk about buck knives. This is my Buck 286 Bantam. They make these Bantams in three sizes. The 6 is the biggest. Then you have the 4, 5, and 6. And the 6, now, if I'm right anyway, that it's the largest, if I remember correctly. It has got cryogenic heat-treated stainless steel that is 420 HC, Buck's standard stuff. One-hand ambidextrous opening, lockback design for safe use. So that is the Buck Bantam that I've just purchased. And I've already got the package open. I've already opened the package and played with it a little bit. It came in, this clamshell packaging, no big deal. Who cares about the package anyway? So, how the hell this thing got so dirty inside that package? I don't know if this thing had just sat on the shelf forever at Rural King. That's where I got this, was at Rural King for $26, $27. And it was dirty. I don't know how in the hell it got dirty on the inside, but I had to clean it up. So that's it. That is it. It's got camo handle, nice actual lockback design. And man, everything on this knife is stiff. You have to push that lockback down all the way just to get this thing to close. And the detent to open it is horrendous. It is very hard to get past the detent so you can go ahead and flip it. It's just everything about it is stiff. I've worked on it, worked it back and forth a lot, opened it, closed it, and I've put Ballistol inside it. It's just, man, it's stiff, it's tight. But that's probably a good thing, that it's probably gonna last. It's just stiffer than most of them. Has a little bit of jipping right here on the top. It's a nice finger groove here. Got a little hole in the back for a lanyard if you wanted to run one. Which on a camouflage knife like this, putting a little piece of orange paracord on that might not be a bad idea. Just saying. But got a thumb stud on either side. Kind of has a swedge style blade. It's a hollow grind. I will say that. It's a hollow grind, but it has a swedge at the top. It's pretty nice. The way it fits in your hand, it fits really nice. The clip on it, it's decent. It's really stiff. The clip is. Very stiff. But it's tip down instead of tip up. I know a lot of people likes tip up. Whenever you put it in your pocket, they want the tip facing up. But this is the other way. It's tip down. And you can't change it. Can't move it any other way. That's just the way it is. But anyway, I just bought this the other day, and I really kind of like it. It's growing on me the more that I've used it. I've haven't really used it a lot, but I've played with it a lot since I've got it, and it's growing on me. So I figured today I would break out my collection of Buck knives, which is not much. Honestly, Buck has only ever made, well, they make a lot of knives, yes, but they've only made 2 knives that are just absolutely popular that everybody has to have. In my opinion, I don't want to offend the Buck lovers of America. So this is my Buck 110. This is one of the first ones. This is a first gen. That's what I'm getting at. And I've got it in the sheath where it's a automatically deploying sheath. Like I said, this was a Gen 1, so it was made back in the 70s. And it's a great pocket knife. That is a great pocket knife. It's old. It's like I said, it's a first gen. I looked it up, and I can't remember what the years are and everything, but I looked it up, and it is a first generation 110. So it's old, and it's been around a while. And from the looks of this sheath, I'd say it's been around a while too. But the way this sheath is made, there's a gap right there, right? So you run your knife blade down through it, then you depress your blade, and you lock it, you push it down, and then push it down, push it in, just like that. So when you have, I carry it on my side like this, I can just pop it right out of there, you know, off my side. So it works out good, you know. It's a little dangerous when it's on your side and you draw it though, with that blade coming out. I almost nicked myself right there. But with the blade, when it's on your side and you pull it out, there's nothing for the blade to hit. You know, I thought that it may catch my pants or something. It doesn't. It doesn't catch anything whenever it comes out. Now, whenever you're playing with it like this though, you got to watch it. That thing will get you, you know, because it's coming out like this and flipping around. And then when you put it back in, you know, I don't know. It's a little dangerous to play with. But when it's on your side, it's not bad at all. These, I did not nick myself, but it touched it. Anyway, that's the Buck 110 folder. Let's go ahead and get it out of there. And we'll compare it to this Buck Bantam. They are both almost exactly the same size as far as length goes, you know. They're pretty close. Different style blade on this one, but this one's a lot lighter, I'll tell you that. It's a lot thinner too. But yeah, that's what you're looking at there with these two knives. Classic design and a little more modern design. Then we get to our Buck 119. Oh, I'll show you the sheath. Nice, pretty black sheath. And I keep this clip on there just so I can clip it on my pants belt, on my belt loop if I need to. You know, if I'm quick and in a hurry and I don't have time to run that through my belt, I can just clip it on something, you know. So these are great. I mean, these are classics. Look at how beautiful that is. I mean, that's all you can say about them. They're a classic, beautiful knife. One of the most well-done knives that's ever been made. They just are. Buck does an amazing job with all of the 119, the 120, the Bantam, the Brahma. I mean, they're all immaculate knives. And even the bigger ones than that, I can't remember what they are, but this is the only one that I have. But anytime I break out my Buck knife in a video or anytime I'm doing anything, I cannot not say, all right, if you have one of these and you don't want to tear it up, you don't want to tear it all to pieces, just go buy a Gordon for 20 bucks, $25 at Harbor Freight. Go buy a Gordon and just go to beating the hell out of it, because this, in my opinion, and all the videos I've watched and all the testing I've done, this Gordon knife is as tough as this. I know, you're not going to believe me. This Gordon knife will hold an edge just as long as this will. It stays sharp. I mean, I'm sure if I really went to beating the hell out of this knife, batoning on it, I'd probably break it, yeah. But if you're going to do standard knife tasks without, you know, going to extremes and trying to break something, if you're just doing a knife task, there's nothing that this knife won't do compared to this knife. I mean, literally. You can watch YouTube video after YouTube video on this Gordon knife, and people testing the edge retention, and the edge retention on these two knives are almost identical. So if you want the classic look, the classic knife, and just to say you have a Buck 119 in your collection, by all means get one. But then, you know, it's $80 knife, $70 to $80 knife. Don't go beat the hell out of it. Go buy you one of these and beat the hell out of it. That's, you know, 25 bucks. Maybe that's just me being cheap, but that's it. That's all I got for my Buck knife collection, because literally that is the only three I have. If you really get down to brass tacks, these two are the only claim to fame that Buck has. I mean, they make a lot of knives. They make good knives, you know, but these are the two that is, you know, brought Buck into where they are today. And there's there's no new designs or anything coming out from Buck that I know of. I mean, you either have one of these or you have one of these, you know, or you got them both. And I don't know. I would expect more from Buck. I would expect more. Just saying. I mean, how long can they ride on the legacy of these two? You know what I mean? I don't know. When you look at these in the 120, and I mean, sure, you can get different handles. You can get micarta. You can get wood. I mean, sure, they offer all different things, but and then they have a custom shop, I think, where they can custom do them, and you know, they make this one in a like a switchblade style, you know, push button open. But I don't know. With Buck, it just seems like this is what you got. Either have one of these, or both. Because these are the most two classic, iconic Buck knives and I just don't know how much longer Buck can just ride on two knives. You know, I don't know. I think they need to be more innovative. This one's not bad. It's really not. But I don't know. Maybe they just hit such a sweet market with these that, you know, that even their new stuff that comes out, it's, you know, I don't think anything's ever going to just beat the classics, I guess. So anyway, this is my new Buck Bantam. It's a pretty good little knife. All right. I'm going to get out of here. And sorry I don't have any more Buck knives to show you than these, but that's all I got. But all right, guys, we'll get out of here. And we'll see you.